Assalamu alaikum. I just wanted to add in a couple of things that I forgot to add in the last video that I entitled "Our Government Owes Us Payment for Services Rendered." Okay, the story I told about that my mother told me about my grandfather going to the top of the hill one night and seeing a light and going to the top of the hill and found a group of white men burning a black man at the stake. This is not a once here and there occurrence. This was common, especially in the South back in those days after slavery. You see, people want to say is they want to talk. They act as if slavery was just it, and that was so long ago. Black people were openly oppressed even after slavery, well into even until today's times. But it was very bad in those years post Reconstruction. You see, I'm sure that I'm not the only black man who's heard these stories from his parents and grandparents about how black people were brutalized and mistreated and quite often murdered at the hands of police and city officials and the Klan. And if they themselves did not participate, they stood by and allowed it to take place. You see, and so this was to ingrain in our minds to stay in our places. You see, yes, Black Wall Street was destroyed. Communities in Florida and North Carolina were destroyed. You see what I'm saying? Land and property and money was taken from our people. Even my grandmother told me stories about how they were terrorized by some local crackers in Statesboro, Georgia. You see, that's where I was born at. That's where my mother grew up at, and that's where that burning at the stake took place, Bullock County, which I believe in 2019 or 2018 they elected their first black mayor in the history of that town. Okay, it warmed my heart to hear that story, how they elected their first black mayor. But you got to realize the environment in the early 1900s, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s was quite different. And this took place all over the South. You owe us. White America, you owe us. You understand what I'm saying? You want to pretend like it's just slavery. No, it goes well beyond slavery. Okay? So, yeah, I wanted to add those couple of details to, just to make it more vivid. You see what I'm saying? This wasn't just a one-off. These things were taking place all over the country, especially the South. Okay? You owe us, but you don't want to give us what you owe us. You understand? And all of you immigrants from wherever you come from, that wasn't your grandfather. You understand me? And so you don't understand. The local officials in Statesboro, they weren't burning Jamaicans at the stake. No disrespect to my Jamaican brothers. They weren't burning Mexicans at the stake. No disrespect to the Mexicanos that are coming to this country. You understand? So that's all I wanted to add to the story. That us here in America, American descendants of slaves, we have a specific situation, and we need to address our government for what it did to us or allowed to happen. Assalamu alaikum.